Hello and good morning from Alton Station in Hampshire. Now today is going to be an interesting one because of the situation with Storm Eunice. Now hopefully this goes right. I mean, I was able to buy a ticket which shows the station's open and everything's going somewhat alright. However, I'm greeted with the somewhat unlikely sight of an empty terminus station. If you look here, you'll see on the rails there's no trains there at the moment, which is very unusual. There is normally always one in the station from my experience previously. However, I have never taken a train here on a Sunday. Generally speaking, with UK transport, there is usually less transport on a Sunday. In pretty much all cases, and less services of other things. We also have Sunday trading hours. Therefore, that is maybe not an unlikely sight on a Sunday, but we'll see how it goes down. I've just bought my tickets because of the current situation with Storm Eunice disrupting servers and things like that. It was just a lot easier to buy paper tickets this time rather than e-tickets. I do much prefer e-tickets, but you have to use what you're given. So, that's what I've done. Now I'm just waiting for the next train and we'll get inside and get going. Before we set off, it's time for a seat appraisal. There's a small but strong tray table with a plug socket, which I'm pleased to report was working. Legroom was fine for me at 5'9". We now depart Alton Station at around 10 AM. Our service along the Alton Branch Line and South Coast Main Line will call at Bentley, Farnham, Aldershot, Ashvale, Brookwood, Woking, Clapham Junction and London Waterloo. We trundled along at slow speed due to the storms. This became increasingly frustrating throughout the journey. Eventually, we arrive at Bentley, approximately 2 minutes late. Time for a fun fact. Did you know that the Alton Branch Line, which this train partially runs along, is one of a few directly connected to the main line, unlike the Leamington Branch Line, featured in a previous review of mine. After an unusual tone on the horn, we arrive in Farnham. A quick look at first class reveals thick leather seats and some sizable tables. This does fetch quite a premium, however, the price increase of almost 42% on standard class. Our approach into Aldershot signals that we're roughly a quarter way through the journey. After departing Aldershot Station, some explanation is offered relating to our dinosaur-like pace. This was helpful, but simultaneously frustrating, as it meant our arrival time is largely outside of the driver's control.
This is due to Network Rail imposing a 50 mile an hour speed restriction in until this evening.
We finally seem to have picked up some pace. These speed restrictions are very annoying, especially if you're like me and love moving fast.
I'm low-key. I've been doing some
As we begin the approach to Woking, here's a look at how the journey time compares to a car. You can see that the train is certainly the faster option, by over 10 minutes. Whilst we're sitting idle on the platform, a service bound for Bournemouth leaves from the other side. I'm considering a review of Cross Country's offering from there, so let me know if you'd like to see this. We depart our final stop, Clapham Junction, famous for being the busiest railway station in terms of trains per hour in the UK. Whilst passing Surbiton, it's important to note that the majority of SWR services, an hour or more away from the capital, do not stop at most intermediate London stations. If you wish to terminate anywhere between Woking and Surbiton, I'd strongly advise you change at Woking for that specific service. My favourite part about this journey is the array of architecture along the route. At first, you'll see mostly standard housing and factory conversions. However, as London Waterloo nears, plenty of innovative design can be seen from the tracks. We now pass Vauxhall, and no, there's not a car dealership here. We roll past some delightful street art as we near the terminus. Quite the eyesore. Having said this, graffiti would struggle to look worse than these flats. Depressive is an understatement. It's hard not to notice the staggering scale of the Shard as we pass it. This is the tallest building in the UK, and having been up it myself, I can attest it's well worth the experience. Passing of a suburban train signifies the concluding stretch of our journey today. So what did I think of it? Well, I have mixed emotions. The Class 450 stock delivers an excellent ride quality and a great degree of seat comfort, just like most Siemens Desiro models. Unfortunately, the trip was somewhat marred by a slow and inefficient journey. Having said this though, I really can't complain, as the South Western Railway customer service team were brilliant, offering me a full refund for my return ticket, which I couldn't complete due to the storms. After travelling on many services with them, I'm clear that South Western Railway is a brilliant, well-maintained operator and would firmly recommend this journey and them as a whole. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really helps its success. Why not subscribe for free whilst you're at it and never miss another review. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you at another upload.